Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randesha or Randy4Short, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a flip through of my January setup. I think in the future what I'm going to do is do a flip through of the current month setup and then do a flip through of the next month setup, kind of like a review of the current month and then show you like how I'm going to show you right now for January, a flip through of how I set up the next month. So I think that's how I'm going to do these videos because I like setup videos and I like seeing other people's videos and I like making setup videos. So yeah, okay, so let's just jump into it. I keep a little band around my planner because currently I don't have a cover on it. And I just like to keep this band around it to keep it closed. So right now I have the purple metal disc and the rainbow floral cover. And I have one pin loop right here that keeps my friction pin, and then a pin loop at the top that keeps like a regular Pentel gel pin, 0.7. So, okay. So this is supposed to have pictures in it, like inspirational quotes and a picture or whatever in it, but my selfie printer isn't working, so I still haven't set this little sleeve up, but I'll get around to it eventually. Okay, and then I have some wrong sticky notes with some, what is this? Some notepad pieces of notepad paper from that I got from the Target dollar spot like a while ago. And then my hello page, still the same. This hello page is from the rainbow floral. And then this, I kept the rainbow floral years at a glance. And basically I'm using this page to track my work holidays, my menstrual, the days that my husband gets off, paydays. My husband's in school, so I like to keep up with his semester start and end dates and the finals week. And I keep up with when my son's daycare is closed, when my husband doesn't have any class, and again, his school terms. So I do that on the years at a glance page. I don't ever use the next year's one. So I don't know if I'm going to cover this up or something like that, but for right now, it's just it. And then the next section is my pre-plan, but I'm not going to show you guys that because nobody needs to know what I'm doing in September. So I'm just going to flip to my holidays and basically what I do for the pre-plan and the holidays. So basically on the perpetual calendar, what I did was I covered up all of the dates because originally this was dated and the colors are for the weekend, so you can easily see like when the weekends are. But I found in 2019 that a perpetual calendar works best as just like a list for me where I can write in my own dates and then my own like notes or whatever, because oftentimes I'll have something that fall like two or more things that fall on the same date and I'm not able to write it right here. So to work around that, I just whited out all the dates and then I just put my own dates. So and having one perpetual calendar for the holidays and birthdays and then one for my pre-plan gives me plenty enough space in order to write out my list and not have to worry about running out. So that's that. And then my next section is goals, but I still haven't set it up. I will get around to it eventually. Okay, and then this is the January month of the rainbow floral. I find that oftentimes I fall off planning in the beginning of the year because I don't really have any plans for like the first couple of months. Like my social life doesn't really pick up until like June. Like I have a birthday in April that we usually celebrate in my group, but other than that, like my social life doesn't really pick up until the summer, which I'm okay with. I'm not complaining. So um yeah, so my January, this is my catch-all. My January is very, very light. Like I have no plans really on the weekends. So, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay. So I'm mostly going to be showing the monthlies. I'm not going to be showing the weeklies because I plan to post after the pen plan with me's. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. So if you want to see like how I do my weeklies in my catch-all, then check out those after the pins that I'm going to be posting. Okay, so I didn't do the weekly for my catch-all, otherwise it would be done. But this is the next week. So I think today is the 12th. So I need to do next week. But and this is just how my planner flips. So I keep decorative paper clips to help me just like flip to the page I want. So usually I go from my month to the current week, and then I have a paper clip to take me to the next section. So my next section is, just ignore this little bit, is my handwriting practice. I'll be honest, I'm not consistent with it, but when I do find the time to do it, I do find it beneficial. So I do want to keep up with it as much as possible, but I'm not pressed if I miss a day or two or whatever. So yeah. And then this right here, this is the mini stargazer. And this is supposed to be my faith planner, but honestly, if anyone wondered why I was gone for so long, me and my family caught the flu. So like 2 days after Christmas, and I've been sick the longest. Like, I caught the flu and then it pretty much went away, but I had a cough and I was coughing every 5 seconds, like no joke, just a never ending cough. And it still hasn't gone away, but I'm not coughing every 5 seconds. It's more like every 2 minutes now. So if you notice why, if my voice is kind of raspy, but that's why I've been sick and I'm still a little bit sick and I'm still getting over it. But I feel up to recording, getting back on the recording wagon. So anyways, this is all that to say, I haven't really gotten into my faith planner like I wanted to, but I'm thinking that I'll use this monthly calendar section as like a mood/energy tracker. And then I'll use this monthly overview pages just to jot down notes during my daily devotional, like questions or something like that. So I haven't quite figured out which section is going to do what or be what, but I know I'm definitely not going to use this habit tracker. I'm definitely going to cover this up because I don't really do habit trackers too much. So I just feel like they, right now at this point in my life, like they'll just be adding unnecessary pressure. So I won't be using these habit trackers, but I'll figure out a way to use these monthly overview pages or not, because if I don't find something useful for it, then I have no problem just taping these together. Okay, and then for these checklist pages, I plan to basically write my daily devotional that I'm reading, and then write a couple of thoughts on my reading for that day. So just keep it, just light. And I plan to have my faith planners very light on stickers. I mostly want it to be just pen. So yeah, and then of course the notes pages is just going to be for notes. So I just stuck that in my handwriting. No particular reason. It's just that it was a mini. So yeah, I just stuck it in there because I don't like to have my mini or like anything that's a different size than classic. I don't like to put it in between, like right here in between classics, because I find that they just get lost in translation. And I don't like if you look, I'll just take out this section. If I was to put it in between the classics, I don't like how the size difference looks between like the end of a classic monthly in the beginning of a classic monthly. Like, I just don't like how that looks. Like, it's too much with happy planners, like dividers, and then their currently page. It's just too much to focus on something that's like a mini inside of classic pages, or you'll see my half sheet in a second, my half sheet classic or skinny classic. It's just too distracting for me. So I'd rather put it inside of the months, and I feel like it's a little bit less busy to my eyes. And it's just a personal preference. There's nothing wrong if, somebody else prefers having it in between the classics, but and I don't want to put it up front because I want my catch-all to be first. So yeah, and then just having it inside the current week of whatever I'm doing, make sure it ensures that I'm paying attention to these miscellaneous planners that aren't like necessary, but I'm just doing it for fun. Well, my faith planner is kind of necessary, but you guys get the idea. Okay, so the next one is my journal. So I'm going to do a video on this, but basically I'm doing a 365 journal where I'm coming up with my own prompts to answer every day, because I find that when I try to journal about my day every day, it's not really motivating, because most of the time I just go to work and then I come home, have family time, and then I go to sleep and do it all over again. I don't have like deep thoughts every day, and it's just like I don't have something to jot down every single day. So, I mean, I could put what I eat and all that kind of stuff, but that's not really something I want to look back on in a few years. Like, I don't really care what I ate in a day. So these questions, mostly I came up with ones that I thought were fun or I wanted to answer. So it's a mix between serious questions, not like super serious, but just like some questions that require thought, and then some questions that are just like fun and lighthearted. Like this one right here: how many children do you have? I have one. I have one son. But I wanted to put that in there because basically with this 365 journal, I want to answer the same questions for the next like 5 years, I'm thinking, so that I can have all of these, like I can have entries for the same question on the same day, and I can look back at, like next year when I answer this question, we might have another child. So in ignore that says 2019. This is for 2020. I just didn't redate it because I don't care. So for 2020, I have one child, but in 2021, we might have two children. So, and then in 2025, when I look back on these entries and read like how my family progressed, then I just find that type of thing interesting. So that's basically what I'm doing here. And again, it's mostly going to be all pen. So I'm not really going to decorate it because I'll make a video about it. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing with my journal section. So yeah, as you can see, I'm putting like just minimal washi, like minimal decor, just a strip of washi to make it fun and to use up my washi stash, honestly. That's really the only reason why I'm putting it up there. But yeah, so that's my journal section. And then in between my journal, I have my self-care planner, which is the Skinny Classic Wrong Wrong that came out, and it's the one with the black cover and then the two or three girls on the front. But it's the only one that has a black cover. So if you go watch my lineup video, you know which one I'm talking about. But how I'm using this one is I'm still playing with it, but what I'm thinking right here, I want to do, and for those who didn't watch my my lineup video, I'm basically using this self-care planner to basically track my fashion throughout the year, because I feel like basically I'm not going to say I let myself go, because it hasn't gotten that bad, but I just don't get dressed as much anymore after having my son. So I feel like I feel kind of frumpy. So I'm trying to get back into the groove of getting dressed and, just doing that kind of thing. And to me, that's self-care, because when I know that I look good, I feel good. So that's my form of self-care. But anyways, I think right here I'm going to post a picture and like little notes and stuff throughout the month about my hair. I'm not necessarily trying to grow out my hair, but I do like to do like length checks every once in a while. And I thought it would be fun to like post a picture right here every month of how long my hair is that month, and just put little notes of like if I'm doing a certain regimen, then I could put notes um, to look back on if like my hair had like really loved that regimen and it really grew. I can like look back on what I did that month in order to, maybe see what my hair, what has my hair flourishing. So if I'm taking new biotin pills by like another brand, or if I'm trying new like vitamins or whatever, like hair vitamins, just, keep note of it right there. And then right here, I'm doing the weather. I was doing my mood right here, but it wasn't enough space because I was trying to track too much stuff right here. So right here, I'm just tracking the weather. And I don't really like how this looks because I do want to use stickers just because I have them. I mean, it's totally not necessary, but I just want this page to be jazzed up a little bit. And right now it looks just too plain for me. It looks plain and busy. So it's not really fun for me to keep track of the weather. So I'm going to work on this, but I mean, there's not much I can do, but it's a work in progress. We'll see. We'll see what we do in February if it changes. So again, you'll see the weeklies like in my my January review, that the first week of January didn't really get done. So yeah, because I was sick. So we're not gonna go through the weeklies, but I did do all of January for my self-care. So you'll see those in the review. I'm not gonna be doing videos on that unless somebody requests it, but I will post pictures of them on Instagram. So if you want to see it, you can follow me on Instagram at Randy4Short. My Instagram name is the same on Instagram as it is on YouTube. Okay, so the next section, so we just went through my personal section. The next section is going to be, this was like my home section, but I picked up the planner purse and I took out a lot of the collections that I had, like to read, to go, stuff like that. And I basically turned that planner purse from the Happy Planner into basically like a half sheet notes planner, not like a planner, but just something I keep all of my lists in. So that left the home section kind of bare with only my budget. So I actually popped in my work planner, and it's actually working out pretty well. So I like to keep this in here. This is a picture from me and my husband's wedding. And let's see. So this is the Biz Babe planner that I'm using for work. And so I pre-plan. I didn't white out all the dates, but as you can see, I did white out the dates for January. So I am pre-planning using the perpetual calendar because I do send out the team calendar at work. So I like to just plan it out and then know the dates in advance so that when it's time to send out the calendar, it's already done and I can just like forward it in an email. So that's that. And then this is how my January monthly looks. I actually did my work calendar at work, so it is completed. I just didn't put it in my planner because I knew I was going to be doing this video, and I didn't want to write it in just yet because I wanted you to just see the monthly calendar like plain. Like I don't really do all that much to my monthly calendar for work because I really need the writing space in the dates. So I just do like decor on the outside. And I always use this section for notes. And I always put like a motivational quote down here. So that is my work monthly calendar. And then if you want to see, this is the BizBabe planner, like I said, but I'm only using the monthly calendar from it because I actually Frankenplanned it. Oh, I need to cut this little piece off. Anyways, I Frankenplanned it with the homebody. So I used the monthly calendar from the BizBabe, and then I used the weeklies from the homebody because I like the monthly calendar of the BizBabe and the dividers of the BizBabe more than I like the homebody, just in general. Like I'm not a florals person per se, so the homebody it's pretty, but it's not my jam. So I Frankenplan the BizBabe with the homebody for work, and I'm actually really loving it. So I love the minimal monthly calendar of the BizBabe because the homebody had like florals and stuff, and it's just that wasn't my jam, and I would have had to get in between the umbrellas where the rings go in order to cover up like the decor of the monthly calendar on the homebody, and I'm just not here for it. Like you can see right here. So what I did, this is like one half of the homebody monthly calendar, and it had like these florals. And I didn't want to go through the trouble of like covering it up every month and all that kind of stuff. So, but I like the the weekly layout because both of the BizBabe and homebody are dashboard layouts, but this is the left side of what let me take this out, of what the BizBabe looks like. So basically this is essentially what BizBabe would look like if I didn't Frankenplan it with the homebody weeklies. I didn't want to fight the shaded box in the dashboard, like the classic dashboard layout that came with BizBabe. So that's why I Frankenplanned it with the homebody, because this is the homebody layout and it's very neutral. This box is shaded, but it's like a very, very, very like light greenish gray. And it's more gray than it is green. And I don't even know if it is green because I don't know. That's just what I'm picking up personally, but it probably is just gray. And it has like a very minimal green leaf decor up here, but like I said, it's very minimal. You can easily just ignore it. It doesn't really interfere with your spreads. So I wanted to try the weeklies from the homebody. And like I said, I'm loving them so far, especially for work. So I hope they, I don't want to say discontinue, but I'm going to say discontinue because I think the majority of us are tired of the shaded box in the classic dashboard layout. So, and I didn't stick these two pages together because I do still have all of the weeklies from the BizBabe, and worst case scenario, I can just cover this shaded box with sticker paper or something like that. Just glue a piece of white paper down in order to cover this. And that's a whole year's worth of planners, weeklies that I have. So I didn't want to mess up this page. And then again, I could just cover this up for the homebody monthly calendar and still have like the monthly calendar unused that I could just redate for the future. So I didn't want to mess up these pages, so I'm just sticking them together so that it just flips seamlessly for 2020. But once the year is over, I will be taking the planners apart, and yeah, you guys get it. So so this is my work planner. Okay, so now we're gonna flip over to my budget. So this is my budget for January. If you missed that video, I did post a video on how I set this up, a budget with me essentially. So Yeah, go ahead and I'll link the video up in the cards if you want to see the budget with me for January. And yeah, basically after the budget with me, I basically used my friction highlighters in order to like jazz up the monthly a little bit more. So I used it to do like little rainbow colors. And then I added these saving stickers. And then I added some icons for like my main bills, like my utilities, credit cards, stuff like that. I added those stickers. And then over here, I added a reminder, and then I added these weekly spending. I'm not using them as weekly spending. I'm using them to calculate how much money is left over from each check every week, like estimated after all the bills are paid for that week. So that's what I'm using this sticker for. And I have it on a sticky note just because, yeah, if you guys watch my budget with me, you already know why. But I put a motivational full box quote right here, and then I'm tracking the days off that my husband took. And I already made notes to kind of change up this sidebar for February. So, but that's just like an idea that I had for January to use this sidebar. So, I know I said that the rainbow theme isn't really my jam. It's not my aesthetics. It's just like, it's a lot. But it actually grew on me once I used my friction highlighters. So I don't know. And plus the budget stickers, the new budget stickers are all rainbow themed. So it would be kind of difficult to redo like, to not do a rainbow theme every month if you're going to use the budget stickers. So I mean, I have other stickers, but I don't have stickers with these icons on them, like budget icons. So I don't know. We'll see what I do for February, but I'm thinking that I'll just do a lot of black to offset the rainbow. And I actually do like that much better than just like strictly rainbow. So yeah, so that's my budget calendar. And then I'm not going to go through my like budget, but these are my pages. You can check out again the budget with me to see how I set this up. And then these are all my budget reference pages, like my debt tracker, my current expenses tracker, my sinking funds tracker, and all that other kind of stuff. And then I still have a folder in here to keep up with any papers that I might need on the go. And why is this not flipping? Okay. So that's my budget. So in my home section, I have my work and my budget. I guess I should probably call this like my money section or work section or something like that, because yeah, it's really no longer a home section. But I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to have a name. It's just my work and budget section. Okay, so now we're flipping over to my social media section. And this page, and this page are all from the Budget Planner Companion Pack. Originally, I said I wasn't going to use these pages, but I'm going to use them for my social media because I didn't really need them for my personal finances, like my family's finances, but I can see myself using it to set goals for my YouTube channel. So, yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to use it for, and like my side stuff. So this section is going to be savings and my goals, my financial goals for like my side hustles and all that kind of stuff. And then this is going to be like my, just what it says, a vision map where where do I see my side hustles in 1, 2, 5, and 10 years. And then this will be my like my motivation and basically my just more goals, basically. Just more general overall probably goals will go here, but you guys will see it when I set it up. And then right here, I it's my goal in 2020 to make 100 YouTube videos. So that's basically what I'm going to track in this savings jar. So I'm just going to track how many videos I post a month right here. And then right here is like a tentative schedule for my IG and YouTube. I'm trying to figure out what works, and then I'll decorate this and then keep it in here. But this is just sticky note right now because things are constantly moving, and I'm trying to figure out what works for me so that I can stay consistent and meet this 100 video goal. Okay. And then this bill schedule is also from the budget planner companion pack. I didn't need this bill schedule because I actually bought the budget planner. And again, if you buy the budget planner and the planner companion pack, I don't really see the need for this bill schedule because basically it gives you 12 months of bill schedules, but you already have the monthly calendars in the budget planner. Now, if you buy the budget planner companion pack by itself, that's a whole different thing because essentially this bill schedule can be your budget planner. Like you can write all your bills. Like if you have something very simple, then this can definitely work. But my family's finances, I like to get very detailed. So this wouldn't work for me. But I'm using it for my social media to pre-plan my videos. So this is like ideally how I want my schedule to go. But again, things happen. I might change a video and stuff like that. But I really like to pre-plan on monthly calendars so that I can see how things lay instead of a perpetual calendar like I was planning to use before. So this works much better for me than a perpetual calendar. So I have all of the months in here so that I can pre-plan way in advance as I have ideas for my channel and stuff. So this gets into the January month from my wrong 18-month monthly planner. And basically, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I do plan to do a social media flip through setup kind of video. So basically, I'm putting all the holidays on the sidebar and I'm putting the actual videos that I posted. I'm putting them on the monthly calendar, and then I'm tracking any release dates and things like that. So like Happy Planner releases or any other news from the planner community that I want to track, then I'll put it on this monthly calendar. And then these right here, this is how I'm using my monthly pages. So these checklists, I'm using them as columns, one column for each social media account that I have. So one for my YouTube, one for my IG, one for my personal IG, and then one for my Etsy shop. And then right here is just notes. And then in the back, we still have some extra fill paper just in case I need to take notes. So that is my January setup for 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.